evening, everyone. Myself, Pritili. I warmly welcome you all to today's session. Today's topic, Buddhism and Trade, Cultural Linkage between Nalanda and Burma, opens a fascinating window into the historical connection between religion, commerce, and cultural exchange across regions. We are honored to have with us Professor Projit Kumar Palit. He is a professor and director of the Center for Indological Studies in the Department of History at Assam University, Silchar. Professor Palit completed his PhD from Vishwabharati University, focusing on the history of religion in Tripura. His areas of specialization include the religions and cultural history of Northeast India, Buddhist studies, manuscriptology, and heritage management. Over the years, he has guided numerous PhD and MPhil scholars and has held several important academic and administrative positions, including Head of the Department of History and Deputy Director of Internal Quality Assurance at Assam University. Professor Palit has authored and edited several significant books. His research work has been widely published in national and international journals, particularly in the fields of Buddhism and cultural linkage across South and Southeast Asia. He has also presented papers at numerous national and international conferences and has been invited as a visiting fellow and resource person at reputed institutions. His scholarly contribution, especially on Buddhist heritage and cultural interactions, have earned him recognition as an authority in the fields. His scholarly works and research on Buddhist heritage and regional interactions makes him the perfect guide for today's topic. Without any further delay, I invite Professor Palit to share his valuable insight with us. Thank you.
So thank you. Thank you to everyone. So I'm also grateful to Modak Academy for your opportunity. So actually, my paper topic is my mainly actually I focus in Buddhist archaeology and monastery and the linkage to basically Tripura, to linkage to Burma and Southeast Asia. And my paper actually 3 part I can discuss. The first part actually why the actually Buddhist monastery were established in the trade route. And second part also trade and trade route and Buddhist culture. And third, how to the Pilak monastery, basically the Tripura, to linkage in Burma. And actually, this Burma is the most important. That time his name is Arakan. The Arakan, how to the linkage to not only the Tripura, but also enter Buddhist site, basically the Nalanda. How to Nalanda control this, actually Southeast Asia, the education and Buddhism and Buddhist cultures, not only the education sector. Actually, this is my focus areas, my lectures. So I now my slide. Okay. So the slide. So it is actually visible. Hello?
No, sir. This is like a blank page.
Yeah,
It is visible, but it's a blank page.
blank page.
Yes, sir. A white page, blank. Nothing is written on it.
Okay.
Sir, are you doing window sharing or enter screen share?
Both I can doing.
Um, Sir, can you do the enter screen share?
And enter skin say now I do enter skin.
Okay, sir.
But why not coming?
Okay, sir. Now share the PPT.
I'm gonna share already.
Yes, sir.
It's
Yes.
coming.
Yes, sir.
Oh.
Now it is visible.
So I start.
Yes, sir.
It is coming now. Next slide.
Yes, sir. Everything is okay.
So okay. So again, I thanks to actually Modak Academies for this opportunity. My actually focus areas: the Buddhism and trade, the cultural linkage between Tripura and Burma. I can talk about that. My topic actually in the long papers. I have a books, the Tripura religion, and lot of papers also be there. And one papers also the beauty psychological review. That is also the actually Buddhist trade. How to the Buddhist trade, the linkage to the Southeast Asia, particularly Burma and Thailand and also Indonesia. So the actually I can direct go to my another slide. You can know that I am not a discuss of all these things. Slide is just ideas. The Mahajana and Theravada, the two Buddhist sect, and also the basically Burma. That is also the Theravada Buddhism, and that is also the most important. You can know that that is also the and also the Tripura, that is also the Theravada Buddhisms. And Northeast India, there is also the Arunachal, there is also two Buddhist sects also be there, the Mahajana and Theravada. So that is most important actually information that's also be there. And next you can see that the how to the expanded the Buddhism in Southeast Asia. That is also the you are how to expand it and all these things. Buddhism, various sect, also the three sect. The actually the Theravada, Mahajano, and Vajrayana. Okay, so it is clear that and next slide also be most important. This slide, the actually what are my focus area. That is the Nalanda Mahavihara, Sampur Mahavihara, Nandagiri Viharo, Salbon Mahavihar, and Bhaksanagar, Pilag to connect it. All this actually the monasteries and Viharo. There is also the trade route. That is why actually published papers and three papers also be there internationally. And so all these papers I can focus that the how to the Nalanda Mahavihar connected to the Arakan and also the Thailand and also the Indonesia, present Indonesia. These all these that is also a lot of archaeological references and also the literatures. Many literatures reviews also be there. So and also the chronicles, the most important things, the chronicles, the Rajmala and Tripura, and also the Havanna and others in Indonesian chronicles. The all are chronicles we can use this for this research. So that is most important. Actually, we can. There is a new research area. So the that's also the internationally I accepted my argument and Buddhist archaeology, and we have presented many papers in all Southeast Asia. I visited in most of the Southeast Asia university and institutions. So the that is also we that the route, the one route that is also we they connected this the Kamrupo, and also the Kamrupo means that go all the many names also be there, many names in that times the Kamrupo they connected this Gaur also, and also they connected mainly Thailand. That is also the in Tibetan link to the there. That is also the one trade route. That is the another trade route. Also the we are developing. That is also the this trade route also they connected from the Nalanda to the actually the Arakans. There is a lot of actually the archaeological we can evidences, and this evidence is based on that we are paper published and the many reputed journal. So the Nalanda Mahavihars, you know that the Nalanda Mahavihars, one of the actually world earliest residential universities. That is also the time period, the 5th century, the 12th century, and located present day the Bihar, and also Nalanda established by the established the Gupta kings, the Kumara Gupta, and that is also the most important thing. Gupta king Kumara Gupta was not a Buddhist actually king. He was belonged to the Brahmanical or Hindu religion, but he supported and established the Nalanda Biharo. And Nalanda continued from the others dynasty, mostly the Palo dynasty, the most supported. And that time the Nalanda was the tourist and also the major learning centers, learners, they are coming from the whole South Asia. That's the China, Tibet, Korea, and a lot of the others. We are getting this many. Not only the Chinese, we are focusing the Chinese Hmong travelers. They are not only that. That is also Korean and others countries. They are also the many we can getting this their diary and their manuscript and also writing. So the and also the oldest Nalanda. That is also the 1861. These photographs. These photographs, most important photographs. The how to the Nalanda was there, and now the present form. The after excavation, the Nalanda. That is also the you are visited. If you visit the Nalanda, that is also be there. So this is the library, and Nalanda actually. That is also you can say that the boundary Nalanda. Not only that this temple now the areas, but this is the yellow areas, the ISI boundaries, and also the one to all this monastery 1 to 11, the 1A, B, 1, they all are the monastery, and red identify there is also temple. All these temples. This is also the your ideas of the how to the Nalanda archaeological survey, excavated and conservation, and that is also the World Heritage Site they declares. This is one of the most important site, the tourism. We are getting the more southeastern country. They are actually the last year we are data collection. These actually 1 lakh more than the foreign visitor they visited the Nalanda. So this is also the Nalanda, the various site, the Narapa cell entrance, and all these things also be there. I have not the details of these things. And these are the another views of the Nalanda. The cells also be there in right side. You can see that that is also the students and residential areas. That also the students also be there, and also the teachers. There is also the one of the Nalanda debate. This is also the actually I was this actually the NAC team, the Tibetan Institute, the Tibetan Sarnath. There is also they are students also. They are actually in front of our NAC teams. The Nalanda debate. The Nalanda debate is a very important debate. The Amartya Sen, the argumentative Indians, there is also mentioned that the actually debate is more important. Argument, there is also the argument, how to the argument, they are teachers, students, and also the groups actually debate also with there. So they are practices, and this also this continuation also with the Sarnath universities, the Buddhist university, Tibetan universities. So this is also the Nalanda, the beyond Nalanda is actually that times. Nalanda was now the just like a Calcutta or Mumbai, this type of the cities. Okay, these cities also we are not incorporated by the ASI or Government of India, Government of Bihar. They are also the Bihar archaeological site, archaeological department. They are also the excavation some site, and also this is also the not only for university. There are also the settlement. Many types of the settlement also be there. We are actually traders. They are largely traders also, and also the intellectuals and also the eminent personality, and they are also they settle there. You can see that the water bodies, the blue colors, the water bodies, and the now water bodies also the actually former water bodies means that the water bodies now actually vanish and also dry up. Many causes that I have not discussed all these things, and that is also settlement area, the red area, and we are this is also the actually the Nalanda city, and that is also called the Nalanda city. This is also the yellow borders. The Nalanda actually the own the management also be there, means that the whole city controlled by the Nalanda University, Nalanda Monastery, and they are also in Palo period. They are actually in Kumaragupta times. They are also actually they donated the village, and the village and also the in Dharmapalo that times the actually Nalanda the autonomous economy, because that the more than 140 villagers under the Nalanda, they collected this actually they collected the taxes, and also the all these administration they are run, and the Nalanda is the own autonomy economy also be there. So this is also Nalanda seal. The seal also most important. This archaeological site. You can seal the continuation, our university, the Assam University, Calcutta University, and others university. This is also the seal, also the continuation Indian history, because the seal also getting that seal also introduced by the Harappa cultures, and the Nalanda also picked up, and the deers, and also this also seal we getting these many monasteries. Okay, so that is the next actually monastery. This is also Sampur Mohavihara. That is also second Dharmapalo established the Sampur Mohavihara. That is also the the World Heritage Site present in Bangladesh. And this areas is actually 11 hectares areas, and I visited the 3 times in Shampur Mahavirs. And also there is a lot of sale, because the and Viharos, temples and others, actually 177 sale we can identify. And also there's Mahavir also the one of the best after Nalanda, the university, because they are also the Indonesia, because the present Barbudurs, and that is also the connected, and that is and that dynasty is very close to trade relation between Palo kings. This is also the ground plan, and every actually monasteries, there is also the 4 gate. This is also monastery 4 gate, and also that is also these are the safe site, and all these actually entrance, that is most important entrance site. And that is also the sites, and you got the Sampur Mahaviro, and the another the after this excavation, that site also be there. That is also the another photographs. So the Sampur Mahaviro, there is also you can see that that is the terracotta plaque. This is the most sophisticated plaque. There is also the barding process, also the third times. This barding process also we can test it. They are barred the 1,000 to 15,000 actually Fahrenheit. And the still now the intact actually how to actually sophisticated the work also with this. So and the same things also we can compare to the my paper also with the Barbudur construction, the Barbudur that is also the covered by the volcano. So the builders of the Soilanda dynasty, the powerful Mahajano rulers, the Central Java, and actually same period, the 8th century to 9th centuries, the actually Palo period, and that is also the rediscovered by the actually British governor of Java, and actually and Barbudur also declared this actually the World Heritage Site. I visited actually Barbudur the 3 times, and also the actually the Sampur Mahavirs, and we compare to Barbudur the same artisans groups, the work, and that is also the 7 step. I actually we reached this actually in upper side temples. That is also all these temples of the actually what is the difference between Barbudurs and Sampur Mahavir. And the Barbudur actually made by the stone, and actually here in Sampur Mahavir made by the bricks. That is also the Barbudur's another photographs. This is also the model we have developed, the how to the Sampur Mahavirs. That is also 7 step, and same things we have developed. These actually Barbudur's. The same we are same 7.8 with 7.8 meters. They both are actually the Sampur Mahavir and Barbudur site, and also they are terracotta plaques also be here also, and there also be there the panels. So we can see the stone panel, and all are panel. The most of the panel the actually Jatak stories, whole Barbudurs, and there is also the every step of the Jatak stories also be there. And so very interesting. And so the all are actually my photographs also be there when I visited. So we come to the next things, the Moinamoti. The Moinamoti is an important site in Bangladesh. And present Bangladesh, but that is also the excavated in and Pakistan archaeologists Dani. This is the largest site of Bangladesh, but unfortunately that is also we are planning the Bangladesh archaeological department, they are actually many times for UNESCO for World Heritage Site, but they have failed because that there are encouragement also with there, and encouragement and not many actually we have not discussed that. That is also the this now present condition. In before that, we are very tense, and archaeological department also in Bangladesh, there are archaeologists, they are very tense to any damaging, but no damage the actually all the Buddhist site. So that is also the maps. And one site I can discuss, that is also Salvan Mohavir. This is also the established by the actually this also the established by the Bhavadevo, because the Devo dynasty, the regional king, and that king also the actually linked with the Palo kings. Palo, there are also the Bhavadevo. They established this actually Salbon Mohabiyar. Salbon means in the salty, and this is also the 550 to 550 these areas, measurement areas, the monastery areas, and 150 monastic actually cells was exposed. And actually there is also the recorderships also with there. That is also the plan. This that is also a Moinamoti museums. This also they developed this actually site, and this is the ground plan. This is the same ground plan. You can see that. And these also views of the Salbon Mohabir Moinamoti. I visited many times because of my research areas. And actually before actually political condition, I was there in Kumila University, and I came the early 1 week back to India. So the because we can one project, the Kumila University and our department, and so we are working. So there is also the views. You can see that the cell and all are the Buddhist stupas also be there. And
Just a minute, there is some network issue maybe.
আসেনি না?
হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে। ওকে, হ্যাঁ এসে সাইড বারটা কেটে দিন, ফুল স্ক্রিন করে দিন।
ঠিক আছে।
ওকে,
কোথা এইখান থেকে কেটেছে না আগে থেকে? এটা দেখা গেছে এইটা? হ্যালো, আচ্ছা, ওকে, দিস
হ্যাঁ
ইজ অলসো দি
এখান থেকেই, হ্যাঁ।
this is the actually uh, okay. This is Salvan Mohabir, the Bangladesh, actually the whole site, and also the you can see that there is a temple. This temple also be there, and there is also the terracotta. This terracotta also you can see that this terracotta also very sophisticated terracottas, and that is also the preserves now the in Moinavati museums. And this is also burning process, also the same by technology, the Nalanda and Sampurna here, same artisans group work. And these artisans actually they are highest actually temperature. So the uh, uh, 1,000 to 15,000 Fahrenheit are burned, and this also technology they applied foods and also other part of the actually Birbhum, many parts, the terracottas and Bengal, and also the Bangladesh, many part also be there. The Rajshahi and other part also be. This technology also the existence now in Kumur communities and the Bengal, and we are tested this their technology, and the same technology there actually they uses this the same thing. This we are now the new actually terminology we use the actually Indian knowledge systems. How are the Indian knowledge systems? I also talk about that in variety and other part. The how to the Indian knowledge systems also the continuations. Actually it is came from the not only that the Gupta periods, the others belongs actually Harappa culture to continuations, because this is also the we can see that the actually most important actually archaeological evidences, the Nalanda seal, the 2 deers. So we can actually and we are the getting this getting the many the Buddhist travelers, their chronicles and Buddhist travelers, and also the Bhavadevo and their inscriptions and other parts. They are actually connected. The Sampur Mohavirs and Nalanda. The Nalanda also the controlling these actually Salvan Mohavirs, and their exchange program also be there, and exchange program also be Sampur Mohavirs, and Sampur Mohavirs we can see that the Sampur Mohavir got the huge rise from the Indonesian, the Sholendo dynasty. Every years they are actually they are huge rise. They are donated, and Sampur Mohavirs. The same things also be we getting that the Nalanda also the controlling the Salvan Mohavirs and also the Sampur Mohavir. There is also the trade route, and this trade route also the used by the actually travelers, and also the Buddhist monasteries and Buddhist monks, and also the traders. This is also the terracotta plaque Moinamoti, and also the drainage patterns. What are I talking about? That the water management. This is also the very important in the Buddhist monasteries. This is also the volumes. There are hydrophilic knowledge also be there. The how to the actually. This is also the modern actually areas, but the drainage patterns. There is also the Nalanda and Sampur Mobiers. There is also the which drain how many water the consumes. There are also the knowledge, and that volumes actually how much volumes the water carry, that is knowledge also with there. So the every and also the water management is very interesting in Buddhist monastery. And there is also newly discovered of the actually well in Moyanamoti. And actually, these also the Moyanamoti museums. That is also the, not only the Buddhisms but also the others, the actually gods and goddesses that are also with there, Vishnu, and also the Narayan, and also the Durga. Many things also with there. So the why this actually the Brahmanical actually gods and goddesses also with there. That is also the not only the actually Buddhist status, but also the actually the Brahmanical traders also with it. Why the actually traders is give the shelter? Because they I can talk that the why the actually the route the actually established the monastery. The traders also supported the established this monastery, and because that the traders also the good food and good shelter, safe shelters also we the get they were getting from the monastery. The monastery give the service, and also the monastery the very flexibility also with there, and also the are the own gods and goddesses also they are, because the traders also the very panic situation and tense life, so they are very much traders. So the still now we can study the how to the religion actually influenced by the traders. The traders groups also they still now they are most of the traders they are supported the actually own gods and goddesses. So this is the one of the causes. Another causes also be there. There is also tantro influence also be there. So the what is the actually now I come to the last part of the Tripura my talk. This also the Tripura and very actually Arakan. We are talking the Burma. The Arakan is a very near in Tripura, the Chattogram, because the Bengal, the that times also the early Tripuras, also not the present forms of the Tripura, because the I can talk up to that the 7th century and 8th century, 9th century Tripura. That is also the many names also be there. That is also Bongo, and now the Samotato, and also the many epigraphical we can getting these many epigraphical evidences, and also the Chittagong subdivision, the present the Bangladesh, that is also the closely actually contract by the Arakan, and that is also the we are what is the we can prove that it is also not only that we are getting this actually Mauryan period evidences the Ashoka times, that times also the and there is also trade route and trading actually a connection also be there in Pataliputra, and also the Rajagriho, and also the um, and also the Nalanda, and all these actually the times the urban centers the and in the in present Bihars the and all these actually centers, there are also the traders, they all are linked with these the Arakans. The Arakan traders also very much interested to actually connected the India, and also the Arakan also the easily accessible. Actually, what are the actually route, the main route, the through the Tripura and actually the China, the Wango valleys, that is also the we can getting these actually Mog chronicles. I collected these Mog chronicles, and Mog chronicles. They are also the mention that they are believed that still now the Mog also the actually second largest communities, tribal communities in Tripura, and also the dominated by the South Tripura. That is also the and also the Chittagong hill tracts. That is also the present Bangladesh. That is also the Mog dominated, and they are believed that the actually the King Peng, they established the Pelengsa kingdom. He ruled in Tripura, Chittagong hill tracts, and Arakan. He made the Pilak as the capital, and because that the Mog cultures and came to from the Pilak to Pilak, whole South Tripura and Chittagong, the route. This route also the actually the present times also the existence the we can study because that the whole these we can talking about the Rohingya, because I visited this actually that part of the Arakan site, because the Rohingya, now they converted the Muslim, they called in Arakan, that is also Rohingya, and the Rohingya people, the more than the 50,000 Rohingya people, they came to shelter the Chittagong cities, where present Chattogram cities. They are used the same route because the and not only that, the present times and the early times, the we can early times, 7th century, 8th century. What I my argument is there, and that is also the later times. Also, the Maniko king, he took the Maniko king the internal problems. He took the shelters, the Arakan, and that is also mentioned by the Tagore's. There also the drama. And also that also the Rajmala, we can actually the chronicles, the Rajmala mentioned that the route, which route the king used, that not mentioned, but the that is also the route. What are the actually they are mentioned. That is my argument, and that also that we are mentioning that this route also used by the Mariko kings also be there, and also the now the and before these problems, the Rohingya problems, there is also the when I was that the research also be there that are not actually any fencing other things. The mock people, the frequently went to the Arakans and through the Chattograms, and there is also there is no actually the culturally the Arakanis and the Chakma people also the came that route they uses these frequently routes, and when these problems in Bangladesh internal problem, the Chakma people took the shelters in Tripura. That is also be there. So this is also ground plan. Also the Pilak Bihar, they excavated the Pilak the first time Devalamitra, and that is also the he sorry see actually first time the actually 1990 actually that is in 1983 84 he also there actually explored and excavated site in 1985. The Devalamito actually published these papers. The Aesthetic Society Kolkata. There are three papers also the published on Pilak's monasteries, and also the we are and 1998 the GC Chawle and GC Chawle and I was there, and also the teams the archaeological have this actually monastery the Pilak this monastery excavated, and that is also the same actually brick patterns, the size of the bricks the same size of the actually Moinamoti, and also the and Sampur Mohammed, the size also the brick size, and also the patterns of the actually Pilak, but the Pilak monastery was not actually there times when 9th century and 7th century was not that much of the big size monastery, but this is also the largest monastery. This is also the largest monastery of the not only Tripura but Northeast India, and that's how this is the Pilak areas. That is also the 2 kilometers areas also be there, but most of the areas the encroachment and by the Mog peoples and Hindu peoples actually the many communities, Hindu communities, the settlement. So it is not possible the whole area excavation, and also the that is also the problems the governments, the Tripura governments, and they are not supported in that times when the Devalamitra was the excavated that times. So the later times, so in 1998, that is also again the excavation and conservation also be there. There the ASI archaeological site, a declared site. We are divided three part of the Pilaks. The actually Pilak, the three part. So the major part of the actually middle part of the Pilak, that is the Pilak. You can see that is also the very important site, the Buddhist site, and that is also the actually the guest house, and there is also good accommodation, and also the temples, and all are there. But there are not actually this also the temple, that not also the student the residential area not getting still now the excavation, also the exploration also be going on. And So this is also terracotta, the pilak terracotta. The pilak terracotta not much up to date actually in Nalanda or Sampur Mobiers, because that they are actually not sophisticated terracotta, because they you know that the actually the finance, not the investment. We know that we are not getting any actually inscription archaeological evidences who established the pilak. We assume that the regional king of Arakani king, or actually the any Arakani traders, they established this monastery, because there is also the junction point, the Chattograms, and also the Sampur actually Salva Mahavir. So Silchar is more important. The traders also communities, they established there. That there is also the terracotta. This terracotta, we are why this terracotta not at the up to date, because they are not the actually much more investment, and so the sophisticated artisans groups, or they are not came from that times. So you can see they are also getting these actually bronze. These also small that is also presently in Tripura museums. So this is also the most important actually sculptures in archaeological viewpoints. That's a chundo. We're getting the fourth chundo. The two chundo is actually one the Dhaka museums, and the Rasai, and another is Asutos museums. And this is also the in Pilak. That is also temple. The everyday the worships, and the sculptures also damaged by the people, the worshippers. And so, but the archaeological viewpoint, this rare actually chundo, and this is also all the damaging actually sculptures. There is also Buddha and others. The sculptures. You can see the various type Ganesha, and also the lingos also be there. There's multicultures also the developed in the Pilak, and also the other monasteries. And you can see we come to the Mandalay. I visited two times the Mandalay University and that part. The Mandalay also the same actually views also be there. And there also the we can as the size of these bricks, and also the terracotta plaques and Mandalay museums, the lot of actually sculptures and all these things, the size, and also the size, and the materials, the uses by the that the pilaks, and also the similarities also with their pilak, and also the Sampur Mahavirs and Nalanda. There is also the another actually temples, and these also the Buddhist temples, and a lot of I am not given the more slides, because the time slot, because the time periods, because 1 hour time. So they all are the actually what are these actually now I conclude by my lectures. The what are the my conclusion, the we are the what are we can understand my research areas. We are working on the actually this area, this field, more than 20 years. So we are that the all this monastery actually very strong economic support by the traders, and also the many regional king, and also the mainstream dynasty, the Palo dynasty, Gupta dynasty, and the and also the Nalanda, and all these monastery. They are not actually we are talking the monastery. That time they are all the trade centers and the urban city centers, and there are also the good populations, and all their population also the actually growth by the centered by the this monastery. And also this monastery also the controlled by these actually social lives, and also the economic lives, and also the and economic life and religious life. That are also the multicultural religious cultures. We can see that we are getting this lot of terracottas. That is also the views, the terracotta, the ornaments, and the that times the many actually animals, many types of the animals in pilaks, and also the moinamoti and others, these animals, and also birds. We can see that that is also the continuation, the culture that we are now. The many birds, the one my scholar, the actually working the terracotta, and also the how to existence these actually birds and other things, and also the ornaments, and all these actually we can getting and connectivity. They connected the present social life in Tripura and Bangladesh, and Kumilla site, because that the Kumilla, you can visit the Kumilla. That are also the good actually the handy, because that there are also the terracotta actually kumurs also with there, and also the art existence and that part. And also the that is also the my actually submissions, the submission also with there, the not only that, the history, also the continuation, the knowledge systems, and the 7th century, 8th century, and still now. The thank yous.